What up? Hello, welcome to the TriathlonDan YouTube channel. Welcome to another day of triathlon training. This little bit of the video I'm doing just now, if you want to do it, please do it. Email me down below, triathlondan@outlook.com. Do me like a 10-second intro. Be cool to see some of you guys and girls getting involved in opening the videos. Hopefully a few more people will watch because I think people are sick of my face. Anyway, today's Sunday morning. I'm out for a bike ride, as I've just obviously. Now today's a club ride. And I always say this, I always say, oh, I'm going to take it easy today, endurance, and I never do it. However, today I'm actually going to do it. I ran 15 miles with Liz and triple brutal James yesterday. My legs are absolutely potatoed. So, one, I want to take it easy, and two, I've got to. That means that, you know, the group will mainly ride easier on a Sunday. When they come to the little hills, they'll kick on and get over the top of them. I'm just not going to do those kicks because they all add up, and I need to take it easy, hopefully get 3 to 4 hours endurance in the legs today. The weather is forecast iffy. I've got a rain jacket with me, but I couldn't bear trying to do 2 or 3 hours indoors, and I'd quite like to stop at a cafe for a coffee, so there you go. What was I going to say? I think that's about it. I'll see you when we get on the ride. I'm already in the little ring on the way to the start. And so it begins, 1.5 miles in. See ya. Well, I'm doing 270 watts. I don't need to kick on over this hill. Discipline. Hope Coach James is watching. Hashtag train smart or whatever he tells me. So a lower heart rate is a sign of good aerobic efficiency and fitness. But it's also a sign of you're tired. So I've been sat up this climb probably for, I don't know, 8-10 minutes. I've been sat at around 240 to 250 watts. My heart rate has not really budged from about 114 to 118. Which, I mean, that just shows that it's not I'm super fit, I'm tired. But when I'm tired, the perfect ride to do is a steady endurance ride, because tomorrow I'll wake up feeling better than I did this morning. I'm gonna, at the end of this video, have a look at my training for the last week, because it's been a decent week. I feel like I'm getting back into the groove of things now, but we'll look at that in a bit. What am I now? An hour and 15 in. Hopefully another hour I'll be at the cafe. So I'll see you there. Hi guys. Uh-oh, the weather is not looking so good. I have brought a rainproof, but we're probably at just about the furthest point away from home. The route doesn't go a million miles away from home because of the weather forecast, but still 20 odd miles away. You forget how high you get in the Peak Districts. I'm just over 1,000 feet of elevation, which I know it isn't like proper elevation, but it's a big difference between getting wet and staying dry sometimes. Anyway, I'm actually really enjoying this. There's no stress, no pressure. Not trying to hold the wheel in front. Just pedaling, just enjoying it. I can see this catching on. Right, calf stopped done and dusted. If you haven't already seen the Lacole Autumn Winter 2021 collection, here it is. What do you reckon? Everybody enjoy that? I thought of that about 2 hours ago. I've been saving it.
Are you going to stay with us?
I'm going to try, Rich. I'm just keeping discipline. I'm just going to get run over by a Tesla. Just sticking to the zone too, mate. I don't need to be chasing people. I'm off work this week, so I'm hoping to get a big weekend of the bike.
Off work, man?
Yeah, this week. So I'm going to try and get.
I'm off next week.
Good.
Not that means anything.
We ride together enough as it is.
Yeah, we do.
Oh dear. Anyway, yeah, I'll try and hang on now, I think. But we're going up a big old climb, aren't we? So that won't last very long. But there we go. Tailwind dome now as well.
Is it?
Yeah. You even got gloves on.
No, yeah, wrapped
It's
up.
literally like 18 degrees.
No. Let's get comfortable.
Okay, good afternoon. Ride's done and dusted. I just cracked on with it, to be honest. After that, it was 4 hours, 95% zone 2, real good endurance ride. Felt good, finished strong. That was it. Had a nice lunch, had a nice little nap, and here we are. Now I'm going to do like a training week review. It's been a good week for me, so please allow it. I've shared bad weeks, I've shared good weeks. This is my first real proper week back triathlon training, so I'm going to try and do this every week ongoing, but please don't think I just share the good weeks, because I do share the bad weeks as well, but it just happens that this has been a good week. Give it a little bit of context. I have been working from home this week, so I've been able to train a little bit more than I normally would be able to. That isn't going to happen ongoing. I do have to go back to the office in a couple of weeks on a part-time basis, but I'll cover that in more detail in the future, and we'll see how that sort of affects my training ongoing, because of course you and I, a lot of us aren't pro triathletes, so we do have to go and earn a living, so that is number one priority, and number two is triathlon training. So let's have a look at last week's training. Let's break it down by sport rather than by day. So let's start with the swim in the normal triathlon order. So I swam Monday, Wednesday and Friday. I haven't swam for a few weeks. It felt really hard. It felt really difficult, particularly on Monday and Wednesday. I did 1 kilometre each day, just steady swimming. On the first day I had to stop 2 or 3 times. On the Wednesday I probably stopped once, and then Friday I think I swam pretty much nearly all the way straight through. So that's something that I will look to build onto next week. Not in terms of like amounts of time I'm going swimming, but I perhaps do 1,200-1,500 meters a time. I'm not too fussed about putting a swim on Strava that's only 1k or whatever. I know that I need to do this to ease myself back in, so that's what I'm doing. So that was swimming done for the week. Cycling, quite a lot of it really. So Monday I did a couple of hours with the steady group, 261 watts, average heart rate 121. This was a little bit too hard in places, if I'm honest. Liz did not come with me. I hope she would have done, but she didn't. Tuesday night, I failed a session. I was supposed to do 4 times 5 minutes, just over threshold, and then a 5-minute block at the end, which was 30-second max effort, 3 minutes. Oh, it doesn't matter. I didn't do it. Door slamming. I didn't do it, basically, because I was tired. So I left that, and I was going to come back to it, but I didn't. I'll cover that in a second. Wednesday, club ride. This was pretty much like a criterium. This was pretty hard. Normalised power, 322 watts for 1 hour and 38. Bearing in mind, I spent 10 minutes cycling to and from the club ride, like nice and easy. So, yeah, it's fairly hard. There's some good peaks in there. And, yeah, it was a good hard club ride. I think I did a 4.5 minutes at about 440 watts, 435 watts, something like that. So a glimmer of form coming back. Thursday evening, steady spin with the lads as described. That was a little bit easier. 246 watts and average heart rate, 115 beats a minute. And then what the cycling did I do? Friday night, chain gang, 1 hour and 50. Normalised power 290. This wasn't as hard as it has been. In fact, yes, it was. It wasn't as hard in the first half, and then it got very hard in the second half. So again, some decent little kicks in there, and it was pretty much like a VO2 max workout towards the end. Today's Sunday, 4 hours in the Peak District, pretty much zone 2, 230 watts, 114 beats per minute. Not really any kicks. I was really disciplined with not surging. Like my highest 1 minute power is 326 watts. That's very disciplined of me. Well done, Daniel. So I didn't do the total. Swimming total was an hour, 3 kilometers in total. Big week. Bike total, 12 hours on the bike and 211 miles. And only a couple of those were Zwift miles on Tuesday. The rest of the mileage is in the Peak District. So I haven't got my phone to hand, but we sort of do the Monday, Wednesday rides about 3,000 feet of climbing. Friday's probably a couple of thousand feet. And then today was 4,500 feet, something like that. So there's a lot of elevation. Running, the final part of a triathlon, my return to running. So I'm injury free, I'm just unfit, so I'm trying to ease myself back in. I've probably ran a little bit too much this week, however, that's just how it happened. So I ran Monday, Wednesday, Friday at lunchtime each day. I did 4.75 miles, a bit of a creature of habit, so I did exactly the same route so I can compare it. Monday felt terrible, Wednesday felt a little bit better because I was on fresher legs, and Friday was sort of in the middle somewhere, but I felt like my running fitness was returning ever so slightly because I'd done obviously 2 runs in the week, 40 minutes each time running. And then Saturday went out with Liz and Triple Butyl James, and we did 2.5 hours, just over 15 miles. That hurt me during the run, about 10.5 miles. My quads are absolutely killing. I was in bits the rest of the day, and I could feel it on the bike ride today. But I need to do that sort of thing. I do have Outlaw X in a few weeks that I'm doing the full thing at, so I need to get fit enough to run a half marathon, and running at a steady pace for that long, that's probably as long as I need to be running for, but I want to support Liz, so I'm probably going to go up to sort of 16, 17, maybe 18 miles, and then I think I'll get the bike out if she wants to run it further than that, because I can't really be of any help to her. Like, I was struggling to hang on. Anyway, so I was running for the week, 29.5 miles, 4.5 hours of running to total me up to a 17.5 hour training week, training stress score of 1,049, and all my zones are pretty much correct. Swimming, yards, I don't need to talk about that. So yeah, 17.5 hours of training, and to be honest, that's pretty much the highest I'll go to. Even in the summer, I might tip 20 hours if I get another long ride in, but I feel at that level, I'm getting enough training in to get some, decent gains and get fit and lose weight and all those other goals, but without actually running myself into the ground, I don't think I could really squeeze too much more in there. If you look at the trends of the days, it's like Monday, Wednesday, Fridays are decent training days, and then Tuesday, Thursdays are easier days because I just can't do hard days back to back. And then in true age group weekend warrior style, Saturday, Sundays are decent training days. So that's going to be the theme ongoing. I am off work this week coming, so I'm hoping to probably do a bit more than that. I'll say that now, I'll probably do nowhere near that. I'm hoping to get out on the bike quite a lot this week. The weather's forecast good. I'm not going to increase my running any more than that, other than the long run at the weekend being a bit more and increasing the swimming a little bit. So it's going to be a bike intensive week, I think. So yeah, that's it for this week's training. I hope your guys and girls training is going okay. I hope you've got some events to look forward to for the rest of the year. I know the triathlon season is coming to an end, but there's still plenty of time, plenty of races on the calendar. So that's it for today's video. If you haven't already, please do hit the subscribe button down below, and I'll see you tomorrow at 4 PM for I don't know, probably some sort of training, but I don't know what it is yet because that's my next job after this video. Okay, see you later.